Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. The channel people tune into when they want to be slapped back down to reality after getting high off that hype and hopium within the XRP community. So in this video, what I want to talk about today is the case, just briefly summarize it, the XRP price pumping and what to expect next. So let's get started. Now, I'll be honest with you, I think I have mentioned this before in one of my previous videos, but the case was something I never really followed, never did any content on, and frankly, I didn't really care about. The reason being is because I just saw it as a USA problem. I had no issues personally with buying XRP from exchanges, so it didn't affect me on that front. And the way I rationalized it was, if the rest of the world doesn't consider XRP to be a security, but America does, then Ripple can just focus on doing business elsewhere at the end of the day. I mean, believe it or not, there's more to the world than America. Anyways, to sum up Ripple's partial case win, and I can't believe it took them 3 years to clarify this, but the judge basically ruled that XRP tokens was a security when it was sold to institutional investors earlier on, but not to the general public via exchanges. The reasoning of the judge was that institutional investors were basically aware that XRP's success was dependent on Ripple and their developments of the infrastructure behind XRP to give it value. So the institutions understood that when they were buying XRP, that its success did depend upon Ripple developing the blockchain, developing the infrastructure, the ecosystem behind the XRP to give it value. However, what the judge is saying, that John and Jane, retail investors buying XRP from the exchange, could basically be buying it from anyone when you buy it from an exchange, not directly from Ripple, it could be from anyone selling it, whilst not being aware of XRP's security-like traits as the institutional investors would have been. So retail investors not being clued in wouldn't have had expectations of profit tied to Ripple's efforts. And for that reason, the judge ruled that XRP sold on exchanges to the general public was not a security. Only the XRP sold to institutions is what is considered as a security. And the judge also ruled that any sales of XRP on exchanges by the founders, Brad and Chris Larson, or the distribution and compensation in XRP to employees weren't securities either. So it's a partial win for Ripple at the moment. There's also a possibility for the ruling to be appealed by the SEC as well. Who knows whether they're going to do that or not. And in regards to Ripple's institutional sales of XRP and Brad and Chris's personal involvement in aiding Ripple's violations of the law, all of that will be decided in an upcoming jury trial. And according to the judge, they won't be able to argue a lack of fair notice because by law, the SEC isn't required to warn all potential violators and give them a fair notice. So if you ask me, it's a bit of a sticky one, and there's a possibility that when this goes to trial, they may not win this aspect of the trial when it comes to the institutional sales of XRP. But nonetheless, we have good news that the XRP sold on exchanges are all good. We don't have to worry about that for now. And as a result of this good news, XRP has been relisted on a number of US-based exchanges that took XRP down during the lawsuit, and the price of XRP has pumped accordingly in response to this good news. Now, in regards to XRP price, I've heard that once there is some clarity regarding XRP, there will be an instant price pump to wealth, basically, as institutions rush in to buy up all the XRP off the open markets. Some influencers were saying to expect a straight $100 to instant wealth.
Someone told me once that when the price of XRP, the lawsuit is over, it's going to just go up and come back down because people will sell. I get that.
Yeah.
However, XRP does have a burn rate too. So it's burning. I know it's burning very slowly.
Yeah.
Right. But if it's burning the transactions, why the hell would it go back down? It should just keep going up. It wouldn't make sense. But I personally think that it's just going to shoot up And this is what we've been told before. This is what we've heard before. I think we're now speculating based on heavy data and heavy research how this might actually play out. But I think it will be instant. I really believe that instant wealth, because when they flip the switch on, okay, they have the payment protocols in place with the largest institutions. So if they flip the switch, that's it. All the assets now move on that platform. So there's now utility, and business isn't going to stop. It's going to keep going. Easy $100 real fast. And as the demand keeps going because institutions are using it, they start to follow. Everyone hops on board, and that's it.
However, what has happened so far is that the price of XRP prior to the news was around 35 pence, and it did shoot up. I think it doubled nearly, and it went up to somewhere along over 60 pence. Okay, nearly doubled in price. And this is all over 24 hours, and then it sort of dropped off. So there was a massive sudden surge in price. The volume was going through the roof, and then it's starting to slowly fall back down. And the price, when I took this screenshot, was around 53 pence, maybe 54 pence. So while some influencers were predicting $100 right out of the gate of a favorable decision, I never saw that happening personally at all. I've said all along how I think it would play out, and you can see some of the stuff that I've said as far back as January the 1st, 2023. I said personally, I'm not expecting no significant utility-based price action this year for XRP in 2023. Maybe lawsuit will end and we see some speculative price action. So all along, I expected if the lawsuit ends, there will be a potential speculative price action. But I did not expect utility-based price action. I said, who knows? I would like to be wrong. But to be honest, my mindset this year is just further trying to accumulate and increase my bags during this bear market. I said this in January 2023. In 3rd of November 2022. Funny you say that, as that was my guesstimate. I was going to say, I speculate around $5. $10 would be nice, but maybe pushing it. So I would be conservative and hope for $5, bearing in mind it would just be a hype and speculative demand pump, and not necessarily utility based if it starts mooning straight after the lawsuit. So here I was talking about what I would like to see if the lawsuit gives XRP some clarity and there's a speculative pump, how high I would like it to go. Even I was speculating a bit too high. I should have known better. I was saying $5, I would like it to be. I would like it to go up to $5. So I would be, and I was saying I was being conservative. You see, I was being conservative and saying I hope for $5. Some people are saying $100 straight out the gate. Was that their conservative guesstimate? If $100 was their conservative guesstimate, what were they thinking? Anyways, I was saying this in November 2022. Lol, I have no idea what factors that theory takes into consideration when predicting $30. So someone predicted $30 once the lawsuit ends, but I just can't see it happening just off the back of a lawsuit win alone. So from day one, I did not see the lawsuit ending, okay, as a straight out the gate road to riches. That's not how I saw this playing out. And the lawsuit hasn't ended because there's going to be a trial for a certain aspect of the XRP sales, but the XRP sales related to the secondary markets, related to the exchanges, okay, that has been given clarity that that isn't a security. I do expect a speculative pump post lawsuit, but by no means do I expect it to just keep going up, and up to the moon from there into some utility flip the switch euphoria. So some people are saying when the lawsuit or we get clarity on XRP, they're going to flip the switch and it's going to go straight into hundreds of dollars, triple digits, high double digits, thousands of dollars, and banks and institutions are going to be using XRP and all the rails are just in place, and we're going to have a moonshot. But I just didn't see that playing out, and I still don't see it playing out like that. And to understand why I don't see it playing out like that, you have to watch my content. I mean, I drop videos in pieces, but each piece is telling you something. And then you watch the next video, that's telling you something else. You have to be able to apply some logic with what I'm telling you in each of my videos, and you'll understand why I don't think certain things are happening this year like utility. But if I'm not going to just tell you outright. I tell you in videos. Maybe I don't tell you explicitly, but I put the information out there for you to interpretate it how you wish to interpretate it. But if you interpret it like I do, then it would make sense why I don't think there would be utility straight after the lawsuit ends, and why it won't be a flip the switch euphoria. And I said this in March 2023. Some more posts that back in 2022, the only thing I see potentially pushing the price of XRP up between now and November, okay, is not ISO becoming live by Swift. So this was during the time when everyone was saying, okay, last year, that when Swift goes live with Target RTGS and they both go live with ISO 20022, it's going to push the price up. I was a skeptic about that, and I said it's not going to happen. And who turned out to be right there? I said the only thing I see potentially pushing the price up of XRP between now and November is not ISO becoming live by Swift or Target RTGS, but a potential settlement in the case or ending of the lawsuit. If that happens, then XRP could see a nice pump. But other than that, I don't really see anything in regards to utility between now and March 2023 by RTGS systems pushing the price up. And here someone asked me yesterday, and this was my response as to what's playing out at the moment, my most recent one. Honest thoughts, it's a speculative pump, and that's how I see it. It's a speculative pump. It's nice, but speculation will only take it so far before it dies off, and it looks like it's dying off now, if you ask me. It went up to 60 something pence, and now it's dropping back down to 50. It may go back up again, who knows, but again, speculation will only take it so far. I'm just curious to see how high it will reach before that happens. So far, it reached a high of 60 something pence. So at the moment, I'm rooting for it, but I'm not under any illusion that this is the start of a utility run. I still think we are far from that. This is just retail speculators buying in off the back of the good news. Whales would probably take advantage of this and take profit. So what now? In my opinion, nothing has changed. Yes, we have clarity now that XRP sold on exchanges are not securities. However, that has not changed any of my opinions up until now in regards to XRP and its utility. It has not invalidated any of my previous opinions in my content. For example, I don't think at all just because of this XRP not being a security news, it will now be used by FedNow on the 20th. The reason why nothing has changed for me is because my opinions and content on XRP has no bearings on the case outcome. The way I see it is we are back to square one again. Prior to the case, before the lawsuit, what were the reasons as to why XRP was not high priced and utilized by all banks? Now we have some clarity in regards to XRP not being a security, so we are back to the same point as the days go on. What are the reasons as to why XRP is not high priced and being utilized by all banks? Some may say the clarity just literally dropped. I would argue, aren't the systems all in place, primed, and ready for the switch to be flipped at the drop of good news? This is the stuff that I hear from influencers out there, that everything is ready. The switch just has to be flipped. So if it is true, we should see major price action any moment now. The longer it takes, the more I beg the question, what are the reasons as to why XRP is not high priced and being utilized by all banks now that we have clarity? And like I said, the case outcome has not changed the opinions of my content up until now. So if you have to watch my previous videos and check out some of my playlists, go right ahead and do that. With that being said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so as to not miss my next video.